Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Playoffs with the American League Wildcard game featuring the California Angels visiting the New York Yankees live from Yankee Stadium. The Mets have already won the National League Wildcard game, upending the LA Dodgers. Now it's another California-New York matchup, this time in the big city, as Anaheim comes to visit the Yankees. Anaheim, they're California for our purposes. We call them the California Angels, just as we did with the Cleveland Indians and the Montreal Expos. You'll see there 83-79 for the Angels, 99-63 for the Yankees. The Angels, the overwhelming underdog here, but a one-game matchup here in the wild card game. It's not a series. They don't have to take a series. They just have to come up with a big performance today. To do so, though, they will have to defeat Ron Guidry, a 20-game winner this season. He is one of the top pitchers in the game. Guidry, the ace of the staff, pitched like it all year. He will now try to propel the Yankees to a much-anticipated showdown with the Oakland A's. There you see Ron Guidry, 20-5, 2.70 earned run average for him. All of his numbers stellar. 1.14 whip. He was terrific through all 33 of his starts. And now he will try to slow down the Cinderella story that is the California Angels. Chad Curtis will lead things off here to get this game underway. Curtis on the year, 253, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. First pitch from Guidry misses up and in for ball one. Angels will send Andy Messersmith to the mound. We'll get to him in the bottom half. Here's the pitch from Guidry. Misses away. So Guidry behind Curtis 2-0. To open things up here. Guidry's task, don't make mistakes. He knows he's got the better lineup. And there's a mistake. Chad Curtis, deep drive to left field. See you later. The Angels strike first right off the bat. 405 feet off the bat. Chad Curtis, a deep home run to left. The leadoff man of the game, and the Angels jump out to a quick 1-0 lead here in New York. Chad Curtis, 5 homers on the regular season, goes deep here. Guidry fell behind him 2-0, gave him a cookie, and Curtis crumbled it. Guidry knew that one right off the bat. It is unlikely that one run will win this game, but certainly if you are the California Angels, you could not have scripted it better than that. Here's Dick Schofield. Schofield surprising, 301 average. No power. That's not unexpected. 22 runs batted in for him, but Schofield, 301 at the plate. A little bit more than what the Angels thought they were going to get. He drops a single into left field here. 4-base hit. So not the start Guidry or the Yankees were looking for. Here's Mike Trout. Guidry delivers. Fastball misses inside. Trout on the year, 277, 40 home runs, 96 runs batted in. Guidry gets the sign from Posada, comes inside, gets the corner, evens the count at 1-1. Trout stands back in, waits for the offering. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one looked like it got the inside corner, but that one's calling the ball. Guidry wanted that one. Big difference between 1-2 and 2-1, especially when you've allowed a home run and a single to open up the game. Guidry delivers. Trout fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Again, the Angels, as of September 1st, were 8 games under 500. They were 6 games out of the second wild card spot. Again, the American League very top-heavy all year. Terrific slider in there from Guidry. He freezes Trout, who goes down looking for the first out of the game. As Guidry tries to stem the tide a little bit. But the Angels were 6 games out with 4 teams between them and that second wild card team. They rattled off a 9-game winning streak early in September and ended up going 20-8 over their final 28 games, concluding the season with a 3-game sweep of the Texas Rangers. After all, it kind of seemed lost for them, as Mark Trumbo steps in, 30 home runs on the year for Trumbo. All it seemed lost for them, as they lost in that final week of the season. They were swept by the Oakland A's, who ran away with that American League West. Runner goes, throw from Posada, not nearly in time. It's a stolen base for Schofield. So the Angels clinched on the last game of the regular season with a win over those Rangers to get this spot. Base hit in the right. Schofield comes around third. He comes home, throw a little bit up the line. Posada dives to tag him, doesn't get him. Schofield is in, and the Angels have a 2-0 lead. Mark Trumbo singles through the hole on the right-hand side. Aaron Judge, strong throw, a little bit up the line, but a strong throw. Schofield gets in behind Posada, dives to make the tag, unable to do so. So Brian Downing will step up. There's still only 1 out. Runner on first. The Angels could not have scripted a better start to this game. Brian Downing, .294, 20 homers, 58 runs batted in. Guidry looks in. Downing fouls that one off. The Angels come in here with a why not us attitude. They were counted out in the wild card race. They got that. Now all they need is to just win 1 game. Come up with something today. Got a solid starter on the mound in Andy Messersmith, and you've just gotten 2 runs against the guy who is going to be in the pitcher of the year conversation in Ron Guidry. Angels not overwhelmed by the task at hand. 1-2 count as Guidry works to Downing. Downing, ground ball back to the mound. Guidry to Jeter, steps on the bag, throws to first. Gehrig squeezes it for the out. 1-6-3 double play. Ends the top of the first. But not before the Angels strike for 2. We head to the bottom of the first. California 2, New York coming up. Andy Messersmith finishing up his warm-up, 16-9, a 3.09 earned run average. Messersmith prone to some bouts of wildness, but if he can keep his control and his command, Messersmith is hard to deal with. He has been staked to a 2-0 lead. Here's Derek Jeter, .295, 20 homers, 68 runs batted in for the Yankee shortstop. Messersmith deals. Jeter swinging first pitch, fouls it off. Again, the winner of this game heads to Oakland to face the A's in the American League Division Series. The Red Sox will host the Cleveland Indians in the other American League Division Series. Jeter to first. Trumbo flips it to Messersmith covering, and there's 1 away. Here you see the Yankees lineup. Jeter, Williams, and Gehrig. Judge, Keller, and Henrik. Posada, McDougald, and Billy Johnson. Yankees as a team hit .294 during the regular season. Tops in the American League. Here's Bernie Williams. Fastball misses down and in. Williams 302, 10 homers, 39 runs batted in during the season. Messersmith delivers. Change up, fouled off. Williams missed some time with injury during the year, played in 98 games. Slider gets the call. That looked like it was outside. Messersmith will take it though. Pitch down in the dirt. Almost in the dirt, I should say. Williams goes golfing for it. Grounds it to Trumbo for the second out. So that'll bring up Lou Gehrig. 297, 41 home runs, 108 runs batted in for the Iron Horse. Gehrig started off the season. He had a brutal April. So to still come up with the numbers that he put up tells you something. And therefore a called strike, 1-1. Change up there, Gehrig out in front. Messersmith seems to be working everybody away so far. Although Napoli's set inside here. Slider does come in tight, and Gehrig fouls it off. Messersmith into the windup. Pitch at the knees, they call it low, it's 2-2. Perhaps a makeup call for the gift on that slider earlier in the at-bat. This one off the corner, change up. Gehrig goes chasing. That would have been ball 3. He gets a piece and dribbles it foul. Here's the pitch. High fastball. Gehrig fouls it off again. Good battle here between Messersmith and Gehrig. Here's the delivery. Down in the dirt, swung on and missed. It gets by Napoli. He pounces on it quickly, though. Throw down to first. And Gehrig is retired after the strikeout. So Messersmith follows up the 2-run top of the first with a 1-2-3 inning. Exactly what the Angels needed. We head to the top of the second. California leads the Yankees 2-0. Here's David Freese, 197, no homers, 8 runs batted in. Freese playing third for the injured Sean Figgins, who is expected to be out for the duration, however long the Angels go. Ground ball down to first. Gehrig takes it in the hole himself. Goes to the bag for the first out. So here's Mike Napoli, 261, 17 home runs, 62 runs batted in for the Angels catcher. Fastball called strike. There's a fastball. Napoli fouls it off. So Guidry ahead of Napoli 0-2. Gator looking like he's settling in here a bit. Slider misses inside. Slider down and in. Napoli swings over the top of it. That slider biting. Second strikeout for Guidry. And there's 2 away here in the second. Guidry gets rolling. The Angels will be very thankful they got that crooked number in the first. Here's Juan Rivera. Fouls that slider. Dribble down the third baseline. Guidry looks in and deals. Rivera back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So Juan Rivera with a 2-out single gives the Angels a base runner here in the top of the second. Down and hard, drives it right back through the box. Guidry threw a glove out there, couldn't come up with it. So here's Randy Velarde. Velarde, a home run and a triple in that clinching win against the Rangers. Drove in a couple on the year, 274, 11 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Velarde plays all over the place. Pulls this one foul. Velarde can play second, he can play short. Can play a bit of third as well. That one's fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Guidry looks in. Comes tight, looped out into left, coming on Keller. He's going to have to play it on a hop. That's a bloop base hit for Randy Velarde. And the Angels have first and second here in the second. The Angels have put a few of those hits together. A little dunker out there into the outfield. Order rolls over. Here's Chad Curtis. Curtis's hit, not a dunker. He homered to lead off the game. Guidry fell behind him 2-0. And then Curtis deposited one into the seats and left. Guidry misses away here for ball one. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Slider in there for a called strike. One and two. Posada sets up inside. Guidry comes in there and blows Curtis away with the fastball to end the inning. Third strikeout for Guidry. Couple of runners reach, no harm though. We head to the bottom of the second. Angels 2, Yankees nothing. Leading it off, here's Aaron Judge. 317, 34 home runs, 96 runs batted in for Judge. An outstanding season for him. Messersmith deals. Change up down low. Judge first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Judge on base percentage up over 400 for the season. Pulls this one foul. Messersmith with the change up there, misses outside. So 1-2 the count to Judge. Here leading off the bottom of the second. Angels lead it 2-0. I feel like it is safe to say that will probably not be the score at the end of this game. Judge fouls it off. Count stays 1-2. Down low and inside. Judge swings over the top of that changeup. That's the second strikeout for Messersmith, and there's one away. Here comes Charlie Keller, the left fielder. Changeup on the corner. Keller 291, 28 home runs, 92 runs batted in. It's amazing to think that, this Yankee team, which didn't even get an awful lot of their best players for the draw. I mean, there's no Berra, there's no Mantle, there's no Ruth. There's no Alex Rodriguez. And, their offense is still so incredibly potent. Those guys, of course, will join down the line. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-1. Again, if you are new, this is your first time tuning into the Franchise Stars Baseball League. First of all, thank you. Second, this is a premise where each franchise has a 100-player master pool. 40 players were selected via random generator for each franchise to be their 40 to start the opening season. 5 players in their history will join each franchise each year through the rookie draft. Again, picked at random. So Ruth may be, I know for a fact he's not in next year's Yankee crew, but he may be in 2 years from now, he may be 5 years from now. So it kind of it's a little bit of a travel through a franchise's history a little bit more than what a standard Franchise Stars roster set would create. Here's Tommy Henrich, and Henrich's season this year, just exceptional. 343. He hit 4 home runs in the opening 3-game set against the Texas Rangers. Cooled down for stayed hot until about mid-May, cooled down for about a month, and then was terrific the rest of the way. Man on first, 2-1 count, 1 down here to Henrich. Takes that one for a strike. It's 2-2. Pitch from Messersmith. Shot out in the center. Trout is there. Puts it away. And there's 2 down. So that'll bring up Jorge Posada. 279, 28 home runs, 76 runs batted in for Posada. First pitch, fastball from Messersmith. Posada whiffs. Change up, misses down low. Count goes 1-1. 2 outs, runner on first. Messersmith gets the sign from Napoli and delivers. High fastball, misses the mark. 2-1. Change up, fouled off. Two offering. Posada to second, flip to short for the force, and the side is retired. So Velarde flips to Schofield. Posada is retired, and that ends the inning. We're heading to the top of the third here from Yankee Stadium. The American League Wildcard game. Angels lead the Yankees 2-0. Top of the third, Dick Schofield to lead things off. Schofield singled, stole a base, and scored back in the first. Guidry looks in. Fastball misses up high. And Schofield, 302 average on the season. Didn't play every day, but played most of the time. Ground ball down to third here. Johnson ranges to his left, throws over to first, and there's 1 down. I'm saying Schofield, that average, higher than what was expected for him this year. Here's Mike Trout. Trout struck out his first time up. 2-run first inning. Trout not a part of that. Slider misses inside. So 1-0 to Trout. 1 out here in the top of the third. Guidry leaves that one out a bit over the plate. Trout pulls it, hooking well foul. Nothing but a long strike there. It's 1-1. Works again, slider there, didn't quite bust that in as far as he wanted to. Trout still yanks it foul, though. Its count goes to 1-2. Swung on a miss, fastball away. Trout chases, pulled off a bit like he was looking inside there. Guidry picks up his 4th strikeout. 2 down here in the third. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo an RBI single back in that first inning. 2 runs then for the Angels. That's how we stand. 2-0 here as we start the 3rd inning. Trumbo swings and misses. So Guidry seems to be riding the ship a bit. Looks in here. Trumbo down the right side. That'll go into the seats. And the count goes to 0-2. Posada sets up inside. That's where Guidry comes. He goes high, though. Misses his spot a bit. And the count is 1-2. Guidry delivers. Fly ball to left. Coming on is Keller. He's underneath it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 inning for Guidry. Cardinals will turn this side. Yankees will come up in the bottom half looking for their first hit. Here's Gil McDougall. 296, 14 homers, 66 runs batted in for him. McDougall will be in an interesting spot next year. Ground ball down to first here. Trumbo flips it to Messersmith, covering for the first out. Certainly a fine season for McDougall, but the Yankees have both Joe Gordon and Willie Randolph taken in the draft. Here's Billy Johnson, 292, 15 homers, 58 RBIs for the Yankee third baseman. So Gordon and Randolph coming. We're going to have a bit of a logjam there at second base. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fly ball out to center. Trout, couple steps to his left, puts it away easily, and there's quickly 2 down here in the 3rd. So the order rolls over. Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter grounded out his first time up. First pitch from Messersmith. Curveball that doesn't curve stays inside. It's 1-0. 205 hits for Jeter during the season. Loads of at-bats atop this Yankee lineup. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Another fastball, that one just off the plate outside. Count goes 2-1. Bernie Williams waits on deck. Curveball misses down low. 3-1 the count. Messersmith trying to protect the 2-0 lead. Looks in, slider in there for a called strike. Nice pitch there. Count goes full. High fastball, Jeter fouls it back. Would have been ball 4. Jeter a rare chase there. That one down the left field line, hooking foul into the stands. Count stays full. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Jeter lines this one in the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Splits the defense all the way to the wall. Jeter pulling into second. Takes a turn, but he will hold up there. It is a 2-out stand-up double for Derek Jeter. And the Yankees, with their first hit, have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 3rd. Stroke well there by Jeter. Here's Bernie Williams. Williams 0 for 1, grounded out in the 1st. Takes the first pitch. Away for ball 1. Fly ball, slicing, down the line, running, diving, can't come up with it. Nice effort there by Brian Downing. Not a particularly good outfielder, but he gave a fine effort there. Came up a little short. Williams laces another one to the left side. This one down to third, though. David Freese will throw him out, and the side is retired. So the Yankees waste the two-out double from Jeter. We were third of the way through at Yankee Stadium, the American League wildcard game. Angels lead the Yankees 2-0. Top of the fourth inning here from Yankee Stadium. Ron Guidry back on the mound. The Angels lead the Yankees 2-0. Here's Brian Downing. Downing is 0 for 1. Fastball misses down low. That one misses up high, so Guidry's behind 2-0. Downing, a really difficult attempt there down that left field line in that last inning on Bernie Williams' looper down the left field line. Not a lot of foul ground down the line here at Yankee Stadium. So Downing, dove ball just landed foul. Downing hit into the wall, but he's built like a freight train. He seems none the worse for wear. 2-2 the count now to Downing. Guidry looks in. Here's the offering. Downing down the right field line, slicing towards the line. It's fair, though. Goes into the corner. Downing around first. He's pulling into second. Throw in from Judge. A good throw, but he's there in ahead of the tag. It's a lead-off double for Brian Downing here to start off the top of the fourth for the Angels. That ball was slicing away into the corner, but it managed to stay just fair. So Downing is on second. Here's David Freese. Freese 0 for 1. Looping shot out in the center. Williams coming on. Not sure he's going to get there, and he won't. Downing had to hold up to see if it'd be caught. He's going to have to hold at third. But it's a bloop single into center for David Freese, and the Angels, already up 2-0, have runners on the corners with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Here's Mike Napoli. Napoli 0 for 1. First pitch swing. Races one into left. That's a base hit. That'll score Downing. And the Angels have taken a 3-0 lead, and things are getting very nervous here at Yankee Stadium. First pitch swing right through the hole. 110.5 exit velo off the bat. Napoli ropes that one. So now here's Juan Rivera. Rivera 1 for 1. Guidry has to try to stem the tide here. Two-seamer looked a little bit outside, but it's called a strike on the outside corner. Rivera, a September call-up, did not get much action. 222, only 1 run batted in. But he gets the nod here. Slider rides in, it's fouled off. 0-2 the count. Guidry would love a ground ball here. Rivera not a fast runner. Lines this one foul down the left field line. Angels as a team do not have a ton of speed. Gary Pettis, backup outfielder, extremely fast of course, but with Sean Figgins on the disabled list. Pettis and Mike Trout, pretty much the extent of the wheels in this Angels lineup. Guidry ahead of Rivera here 0-2. Fastball misses up high. Guidry's at 55 pitches here in the top of the fourth with nobody out. Not a high pitch count by any means, though could get that way if this inning starts to get away from him. Fastball misses down low. Guidry struggling with his command. He has been fighting it all game. From the set, looks in. Tries to come inside. Rivera loops it out to left. Coming on Keller, but Jeter says he's got it. Short out into the grass in left field. Jeter puts it away, and there's one down. Much needed out there for Guidry. Here's Randy Velarde. Velarde singled his first time up. Velarde, of course, a terrific game in the season finale to clinch the playoff spot for the Angels against the Texas Rangers. Homer and a triple. Driving in a pair of runs. Guidry checks the runner back and delivers. Velarde fouls it back. 1-1 the count. Slider rides inside, 2-1. Guidry looks in. And the pitch. Velarde lashes it down the right field line. That's a fair ball. One run is going to come around. Velarde's actually going to hold. Judge played that ball very well off the angled stands there down the right field line. So Velarde holds. Runner moves to third. It is now 4-0 Angels. And now you've got to start to wonder how long they're going to stick with Ron Guidry here. Angels having a terrific approach at the plate. They are taking whatever Guidry is giving them. Downing went down the right field line on the outside pitch. Velarde does the same. Here's Chad Curtis, who started the damage in this game with a leadoff homer back in the first. Fly ball to left. Keller coming on. It's going to fall in front of him. Another run is in. It is 5-0 Angels. There have been a couple of bloops in this inning, to be sure, including that one. A couple of shots hit well as well. Pretty much everything going against Ron Guidry and the Yankees at this point. The Angels, in the top of the fourth, lead the New York Yankees 5-0 here in the wild card game, and that is going to be all for Ron Guidry. A 20-win season, a possible outstanding pitcher award coming his way. But here in the wild card game, Louisiana Lightning didn't bring much of it. So here's Ed Lopat. Lopat, 12-6 during the season, a 4.13 earned run average, 51 appearances. He's in the rotation briefly. CC Sabathia was injured, but for the most part, Lopat has been a long relief man. That's the role he'll serve today against Dickie Schofield, and Schofield takes the first pitch into center field. Base hit, runner comes around third. Bernie Williams' throw is going to go to third. It is not in time. Runner is in safely there. It is now 6-0 Angels with one out here in the top of the fourth. Schofield wastes no time, first pitch swinging. So Lopat is greeted rudely. And the Yankees, their road to continue in the playoffs getting a lot longer. Here's Mike Trout. Screwball misses away. One out, first and third. The Yankees only have one hit through the first three against Andy Messersmith. That's going to have to change. Fastball from Lopat misses up high. 2-0 count to Trout, who could put this game out of reach. Fastball on the corner for strike one. Screwball misses down low. Mark Trumbo waits on deck. Count is now 3-1. 3-1 to Trout with two runners on. Not where Lopat wants to be. There's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. So Trout takes the walk. The bases are loaded for Mark Trumbo. Trumbo is 1 for 2. RBI single his first time up. Back in that first inning. Screwball catches the outside corner. This Yankees offense is potent, make no mistake about it. But this is not a 2 or 3 run deficit you're asking them to come back from. And Trumbo pulls it down inside the bag at third. That's going to bring in 2 runs. Trout slides in safely at third. It's a 2-run single for Mark Trumbo, and the Angels now lead this game 8-0. The Cinderella story for the Angels, at least by appearances, is going to roll on into the division series. Always dangerous to put that cart before the horse, but 8-0 is daunting to say the least. Here's Brian Downing, who led off the inning with a double. The Angels weren't buying the house money stuff when this game started. They're here, they want to do damage. Downing hard ground ball to Jeter, 6-4-3 double play will bring a brutal 4th inning to a close for the Yankees. But the Angels have turned this from a 2-0 lead to an 8-0 rout. Yankees coming up in the bottom of the 4th with a lot of work to do. Here's Lou Gehrig. Gehrig struck out his first time up. Messersmith can't go just worrying about pitching to contact or any of that stuff here. Yankees can certainly counter. They'd have to counter a lot, but they can certainly counter. Messersmith just needs to keep on doing exactly what he's been doing. Yankees only 1 hit through the first 3. Jeter's 2-out double in the last inning. Gehrig laces this one out towards the gap in left center. That's going to find grass, go to the wall. Gehrig around first. He will cruise into second with a lead-off double. And the Yankees will try to start chipping away at this massive deficit. So Gehrig ropes a double to start things off. Here's Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. Judge struck out his first time up. Delivery from Messersmith misses down low. There's a pitch. Fastball. Messersmith puts it past him. 2-1 the count. Messersmith working the Judge. Fastball, foul back. Count is 2-2. Slider. Bottom of the zone. Judge is able to fight it off. Smith deals. Slider swung on and missed. Judge is fanned for the 2nd time. 3rd strikeout for Messersmith, and there's 1 away here in the 4th. Here's Charlie Keller. King Kong Keller walked back in the 2nd. 92 RBIs on the season. He's got a duck on the pond here. Messersmith misses up high. Change up off the corner. It's 2-0. Fastball from Messersmith. Up and in, but called a strike. He deals. Fastball. Keller pulls off of that one and misses. 2-2 count. Gehrig on second. 1 out. Keller, ground ball to short. Schofield has it. Throw on to first. And Keller is retired for the 2nd out. So 2 away. Yankees will try not to waste a leadoff double from Gehrig. Can't afford to do that. Down 8. Here's Tommy Henrich. Henrich, an exceptional season as we mentioned. Flew out his first time up. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. There's a shot out of the gap to left center. That's going to find grass. In comes the run. Henrik will pull in at second with a stand-up double. Makes the turn, but he's not going anywhere. Gehrig comes around to score. And the Yankees, with a pair of doubles here in the 4th, finally have a run on the board. It is now 8-1 California. So Henrik comes through with the double there. Brings Gehrig home. Now they'll see if they can string something more together. Here's Jorge Posada. Posada 0 for 1. Change up, misses down low. Change up, foul off. 1-1 the count. Messersmith deals. Fastball. Down low, Napoli. Good job to stop that one. Make sure it doesn't get past. Posada out into right. It's going to stay up though. Put away. Out there in right field by Curtis, and the side is retired. So the Yankees get a run, but still a lot of work left to do. We're through 4 here at the stadium. Angels lead the Yankees 8-1 in the American League wildcard game. So leading off, David Freese to start off the top of the 5th. 1 for 2, single and a run scored. Lots of work for the Yankees to do. For now, they're going to have to hope that Ed Lopat will keep things from going from bad to worse. Curveball in there for a called strike. Crowd has been taken out of it here at the stadium. Fastball in there for a called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Tapper up the third base line. Lopat off the mound. Throws to first. Not going to get him. Infield hit for David Freese. And the Angels continue to just keep on living right. Number down the third base line. Lopat fields. That's probably an easier play for Johnson coming in. But Freese gets down the line and reaches. And that'll bring up Mike Napoli. Napoli 1 for 2, single and a run batted in. Has also scored a run. $50,000 fans. Not making much noise. 1-0 count here in Napoli. Lopat delivers. Screwball in there for a called strike. Lopat delivers another screwball on that outside corner. Checks the runner. Freese not going anywhere. Comes high and tight on Napoli. Pops it up. McDougal underneath it. Puts it away for out number 1. So that'll bring up Juan Rivera. Juan Rivera 1 for 2. Single back in the second. First pitch swing, hits it back to the box here. Lopat picks it nicely to Jeter on to first. 1-6-3 double play. And the side is retired. Nice play here from Lopat. Rivera hit that one hard. Lopat throws the glove down. Turns the double play nicely. We're midway through here at Yankee Stadium. The California Angels lead the American League wild card game 8-1. Here's Gil McDougal. McDougal is 0 for 1. Messersmith ready to start off the bottom of the 5th. Fastball misses outside. shot down the right field line, slicing, goes into the seats. Deals fastball. In there for a strike. Messersmith ahead of McDougal, 1-2. Napoli sets up inside. Messersmith delivers. High and tight, swung on and missed. Down goes McDougal. That's the 4th strikeout for Messersmith, who continues to just throw a terrific ball game. Straight fastballs there. Nothing fancy for Messersmith that at bat. Here's Billy Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1. Popped up towards the Yankee dugout. It falls harmlessly, and it'll just be a strike. Oh, 1 count to Johnson. Messersmith deals that one. Shot into center for a base hit. So Billy Johnson is on with a 1-out single. Order will roll over for Derek Jeter. Jeter 1 for 2, had a double. That's the Yankees' first hit. First pitch swinging here. Tries to shoot one down the right field line. Slices into the seats. .75 pitches so far from Messersmith. Jeter, ground ball to short. To second for 1. On to first, 6-4-3 double play. Jeter hits it into the DP. And Messersmith remains firmly in control. We head to the top of the 6th. Angels still up on the Yankees, 8-1. In steps Randy Velarde. Velarde 2 for 2. Pair of singles and RBI are unscored. And Lopat on for a 3rd inning of work. Fastball in there for a called strike. Jabba Chamberlain, Dave Righetti throwing in the Yankees bullpen. Yankees just hoping the pitching can keep the Angels at bay from here on in and give their potent offense an opportunity. As long as those odds seem at the moment. Lopat ahead of Velarde here, 0-2. Ground ball down to 3rd. Johnson has it. Throws over to 1st. And there's one away. So here's Chad Curtis. Curtis 2 for 3. Curtis homer to lead off the game, and it has been rolling right for the Angels since then. Curtis 2 for 3. Fly ball right center. Judge going back on it. That's going to split the gap though. Curtis around first, pulling into second. Chad Curtis has a 1-out double here in the top of the 6th. Angels getting contributions from everyone. So Chad Curtis gives the Angels another runner in scoring position. Here's Dick Schofield. Schofield's 2 for 3. Dunker down the right field line over the head of Gehrig, but he goes back, makes the grab for out number 2. Now to bring up Mike Trout. Trout is 0 for 2. He walked back in the 4th. 8 runs in for the Angels. Trout hasn't had anything to do with any of it. There's a shot down the right field line, just foul. Screwball away. Trout goes flailing at it. Count goes to 0-2. Curveball down in the dirt, 1-2. Ball misses away. Trout doesn't go fishing for that one. Down and in, Trout down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Run's going to come around. Mike Trout goes into second with an RBI double, and the Angels extend their lead to 9-1. So Trout gets in on the fun. His first hit and RBI of the game smokes this one down the third base line. So the Yankees just feeling like they have been absolutely blitzed here. Again, everybody was looking forward to a possible Yankees-A's division series. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo 2 for 3. Pair of singles, 3 runs batted in for him. But the Angels don't really care about anybody else's plans. They've got plans of their own. Sky to right, Judge puts it away. And that'll end the top of the 6th. But the Yankees continue to struggle. Williams, Garrigan, Judge. Garrigan in the Angels uniform, because that uniform glitch just looks absolutely ridiculous. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Angels lead the Yankees 9-1. So here's Bernie Williams 0 for 2. Messersmith has been terrific. Fastball in there for a called strike. Angels could not have asked Messersmith for a better outing, and he has given them to this point. Changeup swung on and missed. He has mixed his pitches up well. He has mixed his locations up well. And he's thrown strikes. Messersmith gets into trouble. It's because he walks guys. High fastball misses up and in. 4-ball. 1-2 the count to Williams. Messersmith gets the sign. Napoli wants it inside. Comes inside. Williams loops it out to center. Going out on it. Nice grab. Randy Velarde out in shallow center for the first out. There has not been much hard contact, let alone hits, for the Yankees against Messersmith. Here's Lou Gehrig. Gehrig had one of those hard hits. He's 1 for 2 with a double. He scored the Yankees' only run. Driven in by Tommy Henrik. 1-0 pitch. Off the plate. It's 2-0. High fastball. Gehrig swings at it, fouls it back. 83 pitches for Messersmith. If the Angels can get Messersmith, I'm sure they would have signed up for getting him through 6, but in an ideal world for them, they would get him through 7. Preserve some of that bullpen for the series to start later this week, assuming this result stays as it is, when they visit the Oakland A's. Gehrig shot the second. Velarde is there, throws him out, and there's 2 away. The Angels put the Yankee fans here on their heels early on, and they have pretty much taken them out of their game to this point. Here's Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 2. He's been fanned twice. Messersmith delivers. Fastball misses up high. Gotta change Judge's helmet. He doesn't wear the cheek chin protector thing. Judge singles into center. So it's a 2-out base hit for the Yankees. But it's only their 5th hit of the game. First one for Judge. Puts it back through the box past Messersmith, threw his glove down, but no opportunity to stab that hot shot by Judge. Here's Charlie Keller. Keller 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, fastball fouled off. Also drawn a walk. Messersmith deals. Change up. Misses down and in. Keller, a very solid contributor for the Yankees. Not just in this season, but also in real life. If you check out Charlie Keller's stats, one of the underrated players in history. He was a very, very solid player. 2-2. The count here to Keller. Runner on first, 2 down, bottom of the 6th. The Yankees in an 8-run hole, down 9-1. Here in the wild card game, Tommy Henrich waits on deck. Full count offering to Keller. Yanks this one foul. Messersmith takes a peek over and delivers. Keller yanks this one to the right side. It's a hard line drive, but Velarde picks it. Nice play there, Randy Velarde. Keller hits one on the screws. That's about as hard as the Yankees have hit a ball today. Doesn't stop the inning from ending. We head to the top of the 7th. Angels lead the Yankees 9-1. Downing to lead things off here for California. Ryan Downing 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Lopat is thrown well. The Yankees are going to elect to keep him in there. Possibly tempting the fates a little bit. Oh, Lopat certainly has plenty of stamina. Someone, normally a starter. Downing puts it back into center field for a base hit. So he's got his second hit of the game. It's a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting, number 23.
Downing. That ball just missed, drilling Lopat in the leg. So now here's David Freese. Freese is 2 for 3. Again, Freese only in the lineup because of the injury to Sean Figgins. Freese, a September call-up, and was not particularly productive during the regular season after that call-up. Fouls that one off, counts 0-1. Fastball misses down low. 1-1 the count. Shot out to left, going back on it. Keller, shy of the track, puts it away. Runner will retreat to first, and there's one down.
The catcher, number 33, Mike Knapp.
So in steps Mike Napoli. Napoli 1 for 3 as a single and an RBI. He's also scored a run. Offering from Lopat. Screwball in there for a called strike. Lopat sets and delivers. Slider off the corner. It's 1-1. Lopat looks in. Down in the dirt. Napoli swings at a bad pitch there. He's now in the hole 1-2. Lopat's offering. Napoli holds up on the swing. He stumbles across home plate. Napoli perhaps being a bit too aggressive here. We'll see what Lopat does to him. 2-2 offering. Screwball misses away. Count goes full. Juan Rivera waits on deck for the Angels. Knuckleball misses down low. So Napoli draws the walk. First and second, one out. Top of the 7th. That's going to be it for Lopat. Here's Joba Chamberlain. 5-3 record, a 4.05 earned run average for Chamberlain in 50 appearances during the regular season. He'll face Rivera, who's 1 for 3. Rivera singled back in the second. Slider swung on and missed. Curveball misses away. Chamberlain looks in, gets his sign from Posada. Here's the offering. Ground ball up the middle. Jeter dives, knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play. So Jeter, again, with that somewhat limited range, this is a pretty tailor-made double play ball, honestly. To a shortstop with better range, Jeter is able to knock it down, but not able to get anybody. And instead, the Angels have the bases loaded with one out. Here's Randy Velarde. Velarde 2 for 3. Curveball misses down low. Pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored for Velarde. Getting the start at second against the lefty Guidry. That shot hit out to left. Keller makes the catch. Runner will tag. Here comes the throw home. It's going to be cut off. There'll be no play at the plate. Another run is in. And the Angels extend the lead to 10-1. Decent amount of Angels fans here in the Bronx. Here's Chad Curtis. Curtis being roundly booed as he has mauled the Yankees today. 3 for 4. Including a home run on the first at bat of the game. Single, double, and a homer. Just needs the triple for the cycle. We consider that unlikely. Lines this shot out in the right, though. Judge ranges over, puts it away, and the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time, and you gotta wonder how many of those people are going to stretch their legs and go for the exits. We head to the bottom of the 7th here at Yankee Stadium. Angels 10, Yankees 1. American League wildcard game. Here's Tommy Henrich. He drove in that one with a double. He's 1 for 2. Messersmith will start the 7th. He's at 94 pitches. Fastball misses down low. That fastball misses inside. Even with a 9-run lead, I'm inclined to think that the leash will be fairly short for Messersmith if he starts showing signs of laboring or getting into trouble. Here's the offering. Shot in the right. That'll be a base hit. So Henrich starts off the 7th with a single. Gotta feel the Yankees need at least a crooked number here. Time getting short. You've got 9 outs left in your season. Here's Jorge Posada. Posada 0 for 2. Messersmith deals. Posada lines it the other way. That's going to be a base hit. So the first 2 Yankees are on here in the bottom of the 7th. Henrich and Posada both get on to open up the inning. Here's Gil McDougall. McDougall 0 for 2. Fastball misses up high. McDougall is struck out and grounded out. Messersmith looks in. Slider foul back 1-1. Messersmith has crossed that 100-pitch plateau. Fastball in there for a called strike. 1-2 offering here to McDougall. Messersmith working quickly. Ground ball down to first. Trumbo throws to short. They get the force back to first. Double play. 3-6-3. Should say 3-6-1 as that's Messersmith covering. But a nice play by Trumbo and a great quick turn by Schofield. And again, the Angels just living the life. Messersmith gets off, covers the bag quickly here. Great job to get there in time. Throw certainly beats McDougall. It's a double play. And the Yankees just cannot buy a break And of course, a big part of that is the execution by the California Angels. Here's Billy Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2, singled in the 5th. Henrik on 3rd, but now there are 2 outs after the double play. Popped up shallow left. Freeze going out. He's near the stands. Looks like he'll have a play, and he does. And the side is retired. So we are through 7 here in the Bronx. The California Angels 6 outs away from advancing to the National League, the American League Division Series. They lead the Yankees 10-1.
The shortstop, number 22.
Here's Dick Schofield. Schofield 2 for 4. Fastball in there for a called strike. Chamberlain on for a second inning of work. Schofield fouls this one into the stands. He's now in the hole 0-2. Fastball misses away. That one rides in on Schofield. Count now 2-2. Fly ball, shallow center. Coming on Williams. He'll put it away. Schofield is retired for the first out here in the top of the 8th. So here's Mike Trout. Trout 1 for 3. He had an RBI double his last time up, down inside the third baseline. First pitch swinging here. Fastball is fouled off. Chamberlain deals. Good hard curveball there. Trout swings and misses. Chamberlain's ahead of him 0-2. There's a shot out in the gap in left center. Playing him the pull though. Bernie Williams will get there. Puts it away and there's 2 down.
Now batting, number 45.
So that'll bring up Mark Trumbo. Trumbo, 3 RBIs on the day with a pair of singles. He's 2 for 4. Also started that double play in the bottom of the 7th to squash a potential Yankee rally. First pitch swing fouls off the fastball from Chamberlain. Ground ball to short, right at Jeter. Throws across to first, and the side is retired. 6 outs left to make up 9 runs for the Yankees. They'll start it with the top of the order. Jeter, Williams, and Gehrig coming up as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Angels lead the Yankees 10-1. Bottom of the 8th, here's Derek Jeter. Messersmith will start. A bit surprising that Messersmith is starting the inning. There you see the lefty Dave LaRoche, the righty Ken Tatum throwing in the Angels bullpen. Messersmith says he's good to go. He has rolled through this so far. Angels figuring why mess with it. You get up over 100 pitches, it's not like it's going to cost you another day of rest. Whether you throw 100, 105 pitches or 120. So Messersmith is going to try to get the Angels at least through this 8th inning. Two and 1 the count here to Jeter. Fastball just low. Bernie Williams waits on deck. Shot the other way by Jeter. That'll be in for a base hit. So Jeter has his second hit of the game and a leadoff base runner here for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th as they try to pull off a miracle comeback. So here's Bernie Williams. 0 for 3 on the day. Fastball from Messersmith misses inside. Messersmith from the stretch. Goes away. In the center from Williams. Trout comes on, puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, number 4.
So that'll bring up Lou Gehrig. Gehrig 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Scored the lone run, driven in on the double by Tommy Henrik earlier on. That's the only offense the Yankees have been able to mount. Gehrig chases a fastball out of the zone, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Curveball misses down and in. Assuming this holds, it will obviously push Messersmith back, probably till the game 3 start, which means the first 2 games of the set in Oakland. We'll see who the Angels will send out there. Mike Witt will probably get one of those starts. The fastball is in there. Bring the count to 2-2. But they'll be going up against Rue Waddell and Lefty Grove to open up that series in Oakland. So that will be a tall order, to say the least, for the Angels. Gehrig pops this one up in foul ground. It's Messersmith going into foul territory to catch it himself. Napoli didn't even move out from behind the plate. Messersmith yelled right away that he had that one. And Andy Messersmith is feeling it. He has largely cruised through this game. Here's Aaron Judge. Judge 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. This is an outstanding performance from Andy Messersmith. Certainly a very good season for him, but he has stepped it up here today. Enjoying the bright lights and all the attention of this playoff game at Yankee Stadium. He's ahead of Judge 0-2. That was his 120th pitch. Fastball misses inside, 1-2. Messersmith stretches, shakes out the arm a bit, and deals. Low pitch, Judge chases it, fouls it off. Here's the offer. Change up way out of the zone. Count goes to 2-2. Fastball, Judge lays off. Charlie Keller waits on deck. Gotta figure this is the last batter for Messersmith regardless. And Judge, deep drive, left field, way back. That ball is out of here. Home run, Aaron Judge. A drop in the bucket for sure, but still trying to keep hope alive. On time for a little two-step there before third baseman. You're still down by 7. A somewhat tempered down celebration at the plate. Judge, I think, realizing the errors of that celebration at third base. Turns this one around, though. Judge pounds that one. So the game is now 10-3. And that's going to be the end for Andy Messersmith. So Messersmith shakes his head, bit frustrated that he didn't finish off the 8th, but still an exceptional performance for the Angels right-hander.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
That'll bring in Dave LaRoche. LaRoche, 34 appearances during the season, a 1.82 earned run average. He posted a 3-3 record. He will now get a clean slate after the home run from Judge. Come in and face Charlie Keller. Keller is 0 for 2.
The batter, the left fielder, Charlie.
Fastball misses inside. Keller also drew a walk back in the second. Another fastball misses inside. 2-0 count. There's a shot. Out into right. Keller hits it well, not well enough. Curtis fields it shy of the track, and that ends the eighth. So Aaron Judge, a 2-run home run, draws the Yankees a little bit closer, but we head to the ninth, the American League Wildcard game. The California Angels lead the New York Yankees 10-3. Here's Dave Righetti. Righetti 3-1 during the season, a 3.49 earned run average for him in 38 appearances. So Righetti will face Brian Downing to start things off. Downing 2 for 4, single and a double, a pair of runs scored. Steps in for the first pitch from Righetti. High fastball foul down the left field line. Well out of play. Righetti offers, sinker down low. Downing fouls that one off, so Righetti ahead 0-2. Getting down to the final hopes for the Yankees, who will come up with 3 outs, separating them and the end of their season, and 7 runs. Good curveball from Righetti, gets in there, freezes Downing for the strikeout, 1 out away here in the top of the ninth. Check out the sequence there from Righetti. All over the place. High, low, outside, then went back outside on the corner. So here's David Freese. Freese 2 for 4. Fastball at the knee is in there for a called strike. I gotta fix Righetti's hair. Righetti had long hair for like a year, maybe 2. So we'll shorten that up in our adjustments. Fastball. Count goes to 1-1. Freese delivers. Fastball looked like it was outside, but gets the strike call. Count goes to 1-2. Righetti delivers. Freese into center. That'll be a base hit. So 1-out single for David Freese. Puts this one right back into center. So Freese certainly, well, he did not do a great job after his September call-up. He is filling in nicely for the injured Sean Figgins here in this one. His 3rd hit of the day has him on first. Here's Mike Napoli. Napoli 1 for 3, single and an RBI, also scored a run. At least a fair portion of the Yankee faithful still here at the stadium, hoping for the best, hoping for a miracle. 1-1 the count as Righetti works to Napoli. Napoli fouls off that slider. Count goes to 1-2. Again, no disrespect to the Yankees here to try to talk about this game in finished terms. But the Angels, presuming they hold on, they were blown out in their division by the A's, who ran away with things. The A's had this clinched almost at the All-Star break, it seems. Napoli fouls that one off. But the Angels just played the A's in the final week of the season, and they got swept by the A's in the series that the Angels really went in there figuring they were fighting for their playoff potential lives. So you wonder if that is going to be on the minds at all when the division series starts. Mike Napoli, deep drive to left. That ball stays fair and it's out of here. 2-run homer, Mike Napoli. And things just are not going the Yankees' way. That is a kind way of putting it. It is now 12-3, and that is going to drive a good portion of these fans out of here who hadn't left already. 2-run shot from Napoli. Hooks it inside the foul pole into the seats out and left. So that makes it a 12-3 game. Here's Juan Rivera. Rivera fouls off the sinker. Rivera's 2 for 4, pair of singles for him on the day. Pitch from Righetti. Off the plate, 4 ball. Righetti looks in. And delivers. Rivera fouls it off. So the count goes 1-2 to Juan Rivera. Sinker misses down and away, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Now, fastball fouled off. Apologize for my laptop beeping. This thing is a piece of crap. I'll never buy an Acer laptop again. This thing has all sorts of problems. Full count to Rivera. Shot in the hole. Jeter with the play throws over to first and gets him for out number 2. So 2 down, that'll bring out Randy Velarde. Velarde 2 for 3, a pair of singles, a pair of RBIs, a run scored. It seems like everybody in the Angels lineup has contributed. No shock in a 12-3 game. But just nothing has clicked for the Yankees. Everything has clicked for the Angels. Sometimes it's just that simple. In a one-game format as opposed to a series, the Angels just needed to come up with one big performance, and they did so here tonight. Curveball into Velarde misses. 3-0 the count. Chad Curtis, who started this game off with a leadoff homer off starter Ron Guidry, waits on deck. Righetti deals fastball in there for a called strike. 3-1 to Velarde. There's a shot up the middle. Jeter ranges to his left, throws, and Velarde and the side are retired. But Mike Napoli's 2-run homer boosts things for the Angels. We head to the bottom of the ninth. The Angels 3 outs away from locking up their spot in the second time I've done that in this broadcast, in the American League Division Series. They lead the Yankees 12-3. Dave LaRoche stays in. Here's Tommy Henrich. Henrich 2 for 3. I'm not trying to relocate the Angels to the National League, I promise. Fastball, check swing. They say he went. Count goes to 0-2. Fastball there, misses down and away. So 1-2 count as LaRoche works to Henrich. Shot to left field, down the line. That's a fair ball. Henrich around first, going for second. Downing will just get it in, hit the cutoff man. So it's a leadoff double for Tommy Henrich. To try to give those fans still here, you can see a lot of the seats have emptied out. Try to give those fans still here some desperate clinging to hope. Here's Jorge Posada. Posada 1 for 3. That one's a ball. Posada singled his last time up in the 7th. Roche looks in. This delivery out into right field. Going out for it, it's going to fall in, bloops in between Velarde and Curtis. So the Yankees have the first 2 men on here in the bottom of the 9th. Little dunker out there for Posada into no man's land. First and second, here's Gil McDougal. McDougal 0 for 3. Fastball, called strike. Roche looks in and delivers. Out to left, down the line, Downing chasing. That is just foul. Gil McDougal just misses an extra base hit that would have scored at least 1, possibly 2 runs. Goes down on the ground, golfs this one out to second. Velarde to Schofield for the force, back to first, not in time. They do get the 1 out though. It'll now be runners at the corners as Posada is cut down at second. Not fast. Velarde thought he could get him. In a game like this, with the score at 12-3, you kind of figure you take the sure out there. But Velarde does cut down the runner at second. There's 1 away. Here's Billy Johnson. Johnson's 1 for 3, singled back in the 5th. Ground ball to second. Velarde to Schofield. They're going to try for the double play again. 4-6-3 double play. The ball game is over, and the California Angels have come into Yankee Stadium and kept the glass slipper on for a little while longer. Andy Messersmith was terrific in the start. Dave LaRoche, they see getting the final out. A fairly subdued California Angels team. They know there is plenty more work to be done. Final line score, 12 runs, 19 hits, no errors for the Angels. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Messersmith gets the win. Guidry takes the loss. Ron Guidry again, an exceptional season. 20 wins, was 20-5. He is a possible Outstanding Pitcher Award winner for the American League. But at the end of the day, he simply did not have his stuff today. The Angels took any mistake he made him pay for it. Starting with Chad Curtis, who homered on the first at bat of the game. Messersmith's line, 7 2/3, 9 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 earned runs. 2 of those, of course, coming in the 8th on the Judge homer. Ron Guidry didn't make it out of the 4th. 3 1/3, 10 hits allowed, 7 runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. But 10 hits over 3 1/3 kind of tells you how that went. He looked like he had settled things down a bit after 2 runs in the 1st. But it all fell apart for him in the 4th. By the time the top of the 4th was done, the Angels had an 8-0 lead, and they cruised from there. So with that, we will now set ourselves up for the division series. Red Sox host the Indians, A's host the Angels. In the National League, the Cardinals will host the Expos, the Giants will host the Mets. Stay tuned to the channel for lots more broadcasts. All the playoff games for the Franchise Stars Baseball League will be broadcast live here on the channel. We also have the LSUHL Cup Finals coming to you between the New York Empire and the San Diego Condors. Until next time, I thank you as always for tuning in to the Legend Sports Universe. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.